afternoon and welcome to the area's only lifestyle newscast, PA Live. I'm Haley Bianco.
And I'm Chris Bohinski.
Today, live on in the Electric City in Scranton.
Cheers to that. This is our third stop in our series, our monthly On the Road series.
And joining us now, our first guest on today's show, Mayor Paige Cognetti is here from the city of Scranton. Paige, thank you for joining us.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so glad you guys are in Scranton. Welcome.
Well, it's been a crazy day, but right now it is beautiful out here.
It's a gorgeous day in Scranton every day, no matter what the weather, right?
Right. We love coming here. It's a great trip for people who are visiting, people who live here. To you, what's your favorite thing about Scranton?
I have to say our pizza. I mean, that's the top. That's the number one. My husband and I can't wait till our daughter can try Scranton pizza. But of course, there's so much else here. I was just this morning on a Zoom with a bunch of students who've been putting together some ideas for us of how we can promote the city. It was so great to hear from young people what they value, which is the walkability, the art, the office, of course, and just the fact that living in Scranton, it's a manageable life, right? You know, you compare it to New York, Philadelphia, other places. You can really make a life here and be comfortable, raise a family. It's just a wonderful place. And I'm so lucky to get to be mayor, especially during this exciting time.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You know, we are right now in the birthplace of President Biden. You are mayor during a term where he is getting elected and going to be entering the White House. So for someone like you who has probably always had aspirations of public office, what does it really mean to maybe the little girl Paige that's thinking,
yeah,
I'm going to be mayor in the town where the president was born?
Well, it's so funny you bring up kids, because that's the message that I keep saying, and that's exactly what I was thinking when I heard that the president-elect was, in fact, the winner. I looked at my little girl, who's 10 months old, and said, oh, she's born in Scranton, she can be anything she wants to be. And that's for every single kid who's born in Scranton this year, who lives here, going to school now, or who's from here ever. You can be president of the United States. You can be whatever you want to be right here with Scranton roots.
Yeah, it's so true. So many great people and things come out of the Electric City, and we'll be highlighting them today. But Paige, you also have something for us today.
I do indeed. It is my honor to present to you all a proclamation resolving that today, Tuesday, November 17th, 2020, is declared PA Live on the Road Day.
Woo!
Cheers
Look at
to
that!
We encourage all visitors and residents to recognize all that Scranton has to offer. So can I give it
Oh
to
my
you?
goodness, Paige, thank you so much.
Oh,
This
we're
is just
happy
such
you're
an
here.
honor. We love that.
It's so great. You know, Haley and I began this series to really show the community and the viewers that we are one with them. And it's honestly an honor to come to a town and to have this recognition from you, the mayor. That's honestly, it's priceless. So thank you.
No, we're excited, and the more that we can talk about Scranton, the better. Again, this is about this year and going into these next 4 years especially. There's a lot of attention. It's positive attention, and I hope deep down that our kids here understand what a special time this is, and have it be a confidence-building time for them.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us and for this amazing honor.
Absolutely.
It was great to have you on PA Live.
Thanks, guys.
All right, and you at home, stick with us, because when PA Live on the Road continues, it's time for some hot cocoa and to warm up on this cold day in the Electric City. Stay tuned. Welcome back to PA Live on the Road in the Electric City in Scranton. We're at Courthouse Square now, and we're joined by Commissioner Chris Shermack. It's so nice to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
We're on your turf right now.
Yes, you are, on the beautiful grounds of the courthouse.
It's very nice. I was saying kind of looked like a castle earlier, really. It's a gorgeous place.
Yep.
The
Wonderful.
Castle of Scranton.
Right here in the downtown area. So to you, let's see, what is your favorite thing about the Electric City?
The Electric City, well, I grew up just a couple miles up the road in Clark Summit, so, you know, a lot of memories coming down here as a kid. You know, I'm in the Globe Store building, which was where we used to go and shop and do all those things at the holidays, so it's just a great place to be.
Wonderful. I've heard a lot of great things about that Globe shop.
It was a great store.
Yeah.
If someone's watching right now, with our viewing area being so vast, what would you say for you is the thing that should bring someone maybe to Lackawanna County for the first time?
Well, for the first time, there's so many things to see here in the county with our parks. We have trails, walking trails, the winter's coming, so we have the ski resorts here. We have Montage, we have Elk Mountain just up the road a little bit in Susquehanna County. So, you know, there's lots to do year-round here. We have some of the best restaurants here. You know, it's great people, a lot of good things.
I love how he said winter is coming when it was just snowing, a big snowstorm earlier.
Yeah.
Right? That was wild. It's all melted now, and you know, the sun is still out. It's a beautiful day here at the courthouse. And we do want to thank you for these wonderful Lackawanna County masks that we're sporting
you're welcome.
today.
They look good, don't they?
They really are very nice.
You know, even in a pandemic, of course, our thoughts and prayers are for everyone that is affected, because it is something that, you know, everyone has a story about something that's in relation to COVID-19. But I think the great thing is that we're able to show you this PA Live on the Road series and be outside in this great fresh air and just hopefully bring an extra smile, a little positivity and joy your way today.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about doing the On the Road series, is because we can't really bring everyone to the studio anymore with COVID restrictions, so it's wonderful to come to different communities like Scranton and see all of you. So what's going on the rest of the year here in Scranton? Anything going that you're excited about? Anything you're looking forward to in the new year?
Definitely looking forward to the new year. This has been challenging times for all of us. So, you know, this was my first year in office as a commissioner, and I can tell you it's been a challenge, but we're getting through it. Our county people are doing a phenomenal job keeping everybody safe in the county building. That's all. We're doing the best we can. But
and you know what? During the pandemic, one of the great things that you can stay home and watch is The Office. Are you a fan?
Of course.
We're all fans of The Office, and Chris and I did a little digging to learn the real history behind it. Take a look.
Wow, we are at Pennsylvania Paper and Supply, which was the inspiration for, drumroll please, The Office. And right now we are with the real-life Michael Scott.
Doug Fink is here. So tell us, Doug, what is the connection between The Office, Dunder Mifflin, and pen paper here in Scranton, Pennsylvania?
So we got a call out of the blue in 2004 from NBC that they were shooting a show about a paper company in Scranton. And can somebody come over and interview us and take the footage back to the writers? And I said, okay, who is this really? It can't possibly be NBC, but they pushed back and it really was. So we set up a time. John Krasinski himself drove out and actually went ahead and talked to a bunch of our people. He spent a couple of hours here. And that's when he took the shot of the tower, which became the opening shot of every show, the title sequence. And it's actually made it the fourth most famous TV landmark ever in history.
Wow. Yeah. Right here in the Electric City, and I'm a fan of The Office. I think it's so funny, it's so entertaining, you can watch it over and over again. And so many fans feel the same way, so they want to see where it was inspired from. So people come here, fans come, and what did they get to do?
We get people from all over the world. We've had people from Korea and Australia and Europe and Canada. Constantly, a constant flow. Before COVID, we had them come in and sign our guest board, and we had posters we would give to everybody. But it's just been amazing how much of a phenomenon. People just want to get their pictures taken outside by the tower, and it hasn't slowed down. The show's just been more and more popular. It's getting a new following, a new generation's discovering it.
Yeah, I know. We're going to take some pictures with all the, attractions here too, all the must-see things that the tourists do. But I do have to ask, how accurate is it? Is that what it's really like working at a paper company in Scranton, Pennsylvania?
For people that are not here right now, the phones are ringing. The ladies and the gentlemen that work here are walking around like we are literally in the office right now, in real life.
Yeah, any resemblance to persons real or imagined is purely coincidental. I'll take the Fifth Amendment. It couldn't possibly be based on reality, could it? I'll ask our VP of Human Resources. Quit it? Come find out for yourself.
I mean, but overall, while it is a crazy show and we know that it is fiction, it does seem like a great place to work. So I'm sure that is the same overall feeling here.
Yeah, after 98 years in business, we have a great culture. We've got some great people on staff, and they really make it go. I just kind of help out every now and then, but we've got just an amazing group of people that work here.
Well, Michael Scott is the backbone of the office, and you are the backbone here at Pen Paper Supply. So, Doug, thank you so much for inviting us in.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming.
Oh my.
Welcome back! What is happening?
We are in a literal snow globe right
Really
now.
The sidewalks are getting covered, the streets are getting covered. It's really coming down, but it's actually quite wonderful, right?
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly, well, the snow is brightly coming
exactly.
down.
I'm getting in the Christmas spirit being here, and it's just so much fun for PA Live on the road here in Scranton. Thank you so much for joining us, and a huge thank you right now to our crew who's out in this and dealing with these shenanigans, to all of our live guests who are coming out being cold and getting wet by the snow here. We really do appreciate it because it is a great show, and we have so much more coming up in this next half hour, including another note from a notable person.
Yes, the U.S. Senator. You all know Senator Robert Bob Casey.
Yeah, he wrote a letter for us, and we do have a picture of it to show you. He says, I am pleased to welcome PA Live on the Road, hosted by Haley Bialko and Chris Bahinsky, to my hometown of Scranton, Pennsylvania, here in Lackawanna County.
I am thrilled that Haley and Chris chose the Electric City to be the third stop on their tour of our beautiful Commonwealth.
He says President-elect Joe Biden grew up here, and I hope viewers across northeastern Pennsylvania will get to see why he is so proud to call Scranton home, as many of you are proud to call it your home too. And we're proud to be here today. And you know, speaking of President-elect Joe Biden, one of his delegates is here, the former mayor of Scranton, Jimmy Connors. So we welcome Jimmy to the show. Thank you so much for making the trip over here today.
My pleasure, Haley. This reminds me, Chris, of when I was mayor, and the snow would come as soon as I came to work. And Jimmy Clee and I would go out with the snow plows and get the snow off the street. All from 1990 through 2002, Chris.
Wow.
We went out every night.
Well, thank you for serving the community here in Scranton and Lackawanna County. Now, you and Joe Biden go way back. What are some of your favorite memories with him?
I love him. When I was just a young guy growing up, we would see Joe Biden walking the streets here in downtown Scranton. When he came for some ceremony or when he came to do a eulogy for one of his friends growing up. We love him. And what Joe Biden is doing is showing the nation what is good about Scranton. We care for one another. You know, everybody talks about Joe having empathy because he reaches out to everybody. When people are having a problem, Joe Biden realizes what they're going through. And he's going to get us through this virus. He'll get us through it. He'll get the economy straightened out. And Haley will be back on the street in the good weather with you and Chris.
Now, Mayor, if someone is watching and thinking, what exactly does a President-elect Joe Biden delegate mean? What does that mean?
Well, when all 21 Democrat contenders were running, I looked at them all on the stage and I said to myself, Joe is the one that could win. He's the one that can reach out to the people. And so Susie and I went all over northeastern Pennsylvania and got votes for people. And there were 7 of us that qualified. I want to say we got, Susie will correct me on this, 56,000 votes.
Wow, so you were working hard for that president-elect, and I think everyone can agree, no matter who you voted for, no matter what your political stance is, it's still really cool that the president-elect comes from our area in Scranton, Pennsylvania, was born here and lived here for 10 years. And last week, Chris and I made a little visit to his childhood home, so we want to show the viewers what that's all about. Take a look at this. You did it! You did it, Joe!
Wow, from the Blue House here in Scranton to the White House.
Yes, we are standing outside of President-elect Joe Biden's childhood home. He lived here until he was 10 years old before moving to Delaware. Now, Anne lives here and we just met her.
Yeah, we just congratulated on the big win, and now, goodness, she's going to probably have a lot of fanfare at this presidential childhood home.
Today, you can come stand in the road, on the sidewalk, and take your own pictures and videos. It's just another great sight to see on the road in the Electric City.
I got my local on.
Thanks for staying with us for PA Live on the road in Scranton, the Electric City. We're so happy to be here. And joining us now, Brendan Bell is here. He's the owner of the original Coney Island Texas Lunch.
Yep.
I wanted to make sure I got the right one because there's a couple hot dog places around. But I gotta say, I called you to come on the show because here's a little fun story. My first time ever in Scranton, when I was a reporter for Eyewitness News, I asked people on the street, where's the best place to go for lunch? They said your place.
Coney Island.
So I
Yep.
went there and I got one of your famous dogs, and
The
it did not
original
disappoint.
Coney
The
Island.
original, of course, yeah.
Texas wiener.
97 years we've been in business, and
Wow.
I took over about 7 years ago. So, yeah.
Wonderful. So
Yes.
what makes your hot dogs the best in the area?
Well, we've been going, we went through a lot of bad times as we're going through now, and we survived 97 years. So it's our sauce, our fresh ingredients. Our local butcher down the street, a Good Heinz, has been with us for many, many years, and also National Bakery, which is one of the best bakeries in the area. And without them, I mean, all those three ingredients match up to one good thing.
Speaking of ingredients, for folks at home right now watching, we do have a live studio audience. They're all social distancing, so thank you for the folks that have come out to our third On the Road series, and they saw, oh, they're clapping. I hope you can hear that. Oh, as things fly, that
They
we're
may
not
have
going to
been
litter, we're
looking
going to
forward.
grab it.
Oh, they may have been looking forward to getting a hot dog, and we were going to displace them, but that snowstorm just
Yeah.
kind of, ruined them a little bit for now. But
Well,
But there's been 2 survivors, right?
Yeah, well, yes,
Two
yes.
people, how
Well, the
perfect.
people will just have to come out and find out
thank
for
you.
themselves. It's
My
100
hands
Cedar
are so
Avenue.
cold.
So
So what are these in these?
that's a
little-
Texas wiener. It's got mustard, onions, and a spicy mustard. And
I can't
it's
feel
on
my
a,
fingers. I'm a little
I know.
freezing.
Now, if someone's looking at
Oh.
this and thinking, a Texas wiener.
Oh,
now,
well,
what's-
here is a
The,
look.
That's a
the
hot
hot
dog.
dog is a longer sausage, and the wiener is a smaller sausage. So yes, it's
Oh, look
It's
at
very good, yeah.
that.
Yeah, that looks great.
yeah.
Yum, yum, yum. Okay, well, do you want, you try it. I ate the biscotti. We'll chat.
Okay.
I'm wondering, though, how many of
I'll
these
eat
is
it.
a normal serving? Because I don't think one's quite enough.
One. Well, we usually say 2 is like a sandwich. So, and we also have other items down
Oh
there
my
as well.
gosh. That's really good.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Now
you.
I can see why
Yum.
you all have been around for 97 years. Close to getting that century mark. Anything fun planned, or do you guys invent and bring new stuff to the menu, as the years change, or it's just...
They did, because on their
Tried and true.
Facebook,
Yeah.
there was that chili with the egg on it.
Oh, the chili with the egg. Yeah, we change it around on my special board quite a bit. We have a few really good items that people keep telling me to bring back. It's the Texas Bacon Blue Cheeseburger, which is basically a Texas cheeseburger with homemade blue cheese on it and bacon, and it's really, really good.
Yeah, and we do have some pictures to show you, too,
Yeah.
of that, the chili with the egg on it. Also, what was it? The street dog. Was it hot dog with all kinds of chili maybe on
it's
it?
the ballpark we also have, and some of these items you might have gotten on the website. We have used at different functions.
Right.
So,
But the one thing that stays the same, and the one thing that you can see where this is the green painting on the building.
yes, it's catty corner from the Hilton. So it's right down the street. It's the original place right under the bridge there where the train goes over. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Been there a long
Such a-
time.
All right, so if people want to come now, are you guys open for indoor seating? What are your policies?
Yes, we
during the
we
pandemic?
open at 11 o'clock. We close at 8. We are obviously following all the CDC rules and at the 50% right now, but we are pretty high turnover. So there's when people come in and come out, we also have takeout. We do DoorDash and Uber. And if
great.
you want to remain in your car, we can also come to you and bring it to your car.
All right, well, Brendan, thank you so much for the dogs today, and from hot dogs to the Thanksgiving bird. If you want to win a $250 gift card to Wise Markets, all you have to do is head to pahomepage.com. And also our veterans, we urge you to go online too and learn about the Eyewitness News Veterans Expo. It's all on pahomepage.com. More with PA Live on the road after this. Welcome back to PA Live on the road. I'm frozen out here.
My feet, my toes. I don't want to say frostbite and have a premonition, but
You know what? I bet it's warmer in studio where Nick Toma is. Nick, what's it like over there?
It's a little toastier, that's for sure. You guys should have brought some like industrial style space heaters or something. Let's get you caught up on one of the headlines today. All eyes are on a federal courthouse in Williamsport today as the Trump team hopes to block certification of the vote count in Pennsylvania. Now, President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, is there, and he is arguing some 680,000 ballots were counted when no observation was allowed by poll watchers, and that Democratic voters were treated more fairly than Republican voters. However, state election officials want the judge to dismiss the case, arguing that poll watchers from both sides were given equal access. We've got live team coverage of this historic event tonight at 5 o'clock. We'll have that in about 11 minutes. Meanwhile, be back to chilly Scranton next time when you guys plan this. Do it in the summer.
I know, right? We can only hope. Well, Nick, thank you so much for the update. We'll see you at 5 for more. And now, back to PA Live on the road. Our next guest is joining us. Margot Azzarelli is here. She's the author of 8 books, so congrats on that.
Thank you.
And the book we're talking about today is Steamtown National Historic Site.
Yes.
So this is exciting. I mean, this Steamtown, that's one of the words that comes to mind, one of the buzzwords of Scranton. So what's your book about?
Exactly. It's about the historical site, the beginnings of when it was DL&W Railroad and how they acquired the trains that they have now from when it was in Vermont with Mr. Blount, who was his collection. And how we acquired the National Park Service in '86 to follow the timeline.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So I think one of the things at least for my family, well, we're bird watchers, so we love to go to state parks,
Right.
bird watch, look at wildlife. But truly, the designation of having Steamtown as a National Historic Site, that's truly amazing to have it in our backyard.
And it's the only one, too, that is federally funded. It's the only park like itself. And people, that was one of the reasons I wrote the book. And I had somebody say, it's been here all this time, and I never really appreciated the history from it. So that was part of the reason that I wrote it, because it does have such a rich history.
That's one of the things that we love about doing these shows is for people who live in these communities who grow up here, maybe we don't enjoy the things that tourists come to see. So maybe it's time to get out there and see what your own community has to offer here in the Electric City.
Definitely.
Now, if someone is watching and say, hey, you know what, maybe I should go to this historic site, what do you recommend they do when they get there? Any suggestions for their day trip?
Well, right now, none of the trains are running due to COVID, and part of it is closed off some of the museums. Normally, we have a technology museum and a history museum, and we have trips, excursions going. I mean, you could spend the whole day there, but it's still very nice to go over and see because all the trains are out. They change them around every Thursday, so if you want to see them move and go on a Thursday, and it's free admission. So you never have to pay, and you can spend the whole day over there just learning. There's rangers right on the site that can answer any questions that you have.
Are there any heated trains over there? Because I think
I know. It would be nice. I couldn't find my boots, so I'm freezing.
Oh my God! No socks for her today!
I know.
Here.
Thank you.
And now my sock is soaked. Didn't think that one
thank you
through.
very
Thank goodness the show is almost over today. We've done so much here, and Steamtown, that's just another great buzzword and thing to do here in Scranton. And you know, like you said, things may not be open right now, but a book is always a good option.
And it is, and I'll tell you all about the different trains that we've gotten and how there was 30 counties actually involved when Steamtown was moving from Vermont, and Scranton won, and we were able to get the Steamtown here.
Wow.
So that was a big honor in 1983, and that's the original paper from it.
Oh my goodness.
This is the original.
That's the original, yeah.
Oh my
I
goodness.
know 1983 sounds old now. It's not for me, but for you guys.
But still, oh wow.
Please take it. I can't feel my hands, and I don't want to drop that historic paper in the snow here. So if people want to get this book and your other 7 books that you have, what's the best way to do so?
Well, you can get them through Amazon. The best place to get this, I would suggest, is to go over to Steamtown, the National Historic Site. We have a museum shop there, and you can go right in, and there are some autographed copies if anybody wants it. And then you can look around at the trains and have a nice day.
Wonderful. So that's one of the great things to do here in the Electric City. Margot, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
And if reading isn't your thing, maybe seeing some fish and aquatic life is, which is why the Electric City Aquarium and Reptile Den is another great site here in the Electric City. It's almost a wrap here from PA Live on the Road, our 3rd in this series. This was so fun, Chris.
You know what? When you wake up in the morning, you're regardless of what you do for your job or who you're going to see or how much money you have in the bank, you just want to be happy. And Haley, I have been so happy today here with you, and to know that I think it's safe to say that the joy that we get out of a show like this, we
hope the viewers are getting it too, and you were getting it from the warmth of your couch or your office, wherever you were. It is very cold out here today, and there is some snow on the ground, but obviously it's a winter wonderland, and we just love that, So the season's greetings are upon us. The holiday season is here in this beautiful city of Scranton, and we have a wonderful shot for you. We have a little assistance from our friend Cody Butler, Eyewitness News reporter. He's standing by with a great look from above. He's actually like right over there in a parking garage getting this wonderful shot for us to close out this great On the Road show.
Yeah, and as we go into the weekend and next week being Thanksgiving, we just all wish you a blessed Thanksgiving holiday. Remain safe, and hopefully you're surrounded by all the loved ones you want to be surrounded by.
Or you can virtually be surrounded by them. I hope this is still warm. It's super chilly out here. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow. It's time for Eyewitness News at 5.